The heck is going on? Where the heck am I? You can hear my friends in the background. This is where the Crow family lives. Somewhere amongst the mountains of graves. The mountains, the hills, the valleys of graves. I'm in a huge graveyard. Oh, there goes one of them. They love peanuts. If you ever want to make some friends with crows, leave peanuts. And if you have a empty skull bone bowl, I keep saying bone. Oh, there's one of them. If you have an empty skull bowl from Halloween laying around, you can fill that with peanuts and then leave it on your front porch or your yard. The crows love it. Careful, the squirrels love it too. Welcome to the class war. Welcome to the struggle. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Rob. If you haven't had a chance, hit subscribe. It's right down in that corner, I believe. Maybe this whole thing's backwards and I'm pointing to the wrong thing. It's free for you to do. It means the world to me. I go live 5 days a week, every weekday. I can't promise what time I'll go live, as it's early in the morning now, but most of the time, afternoon, evening. Then again, that's why I say hit the notification bell, and you'll be alerted every time I go live. Love those crows. I got some cool statues in this graveyard. I'll tell you what. I got that big Jesus one, shepherding the souls. They just put up a Mary, old Mother Mary, and then they got a little Veterans Memorial right around the corner. Check it out. Beautiful location. Peaceful. And if you play Pokemon Go, there's quite a few, what are they called? Pokemon stops in this graveyard. Welcome, if you're just joining the live stream. Sorry about the wind. Didn't think it was going to be that windy. Although I am at one of the higher peaks in Salem. If you're just joining and you missed the beginning. Right next to the old shepherd himself. Shepherding in the souls. A slow or fast descent into whatever America is heading into. Some interesting stories. I don't know if you've seen the post by the LAPD saying that burglars, the burglars are using Batman technology to steal stuff now. Which, who knows if this is hype? Who knows if this is legit? We know that corporate crime spree is all bullshit. More importantly, corporate crime spree probably wouldn't be happening, the little it does. It's not a spree, but the small amount of retail loss that they call it, and they make up for insurance and already pad their costs with that loss. Maybe it wouldn't happen if we were paid enough to just buy the stuff. It's not like most people don't want to buy it, they just can't afford it. Interesting news with Target too. So LAPD making a pretty wild post about what burglars are using. Batman technology. Brilliant. Target is going after Amazon. They saw record profits this holiday season. Their revenues went from 150 billion kajillion to 170 gazillion. And that inspired them on their earnings call yesterday, or the day before, or their earnings call recently, to tell investors that we're gonna launch our own Amazon Prime called Amazon or Target Circle 360. Stupid. Too long. Just call it something obscure. Call it like golf cart. We're gonna golf cart it to you. And they're gonna make all their delivery drivers take a golf cart to drop it off. And they promise it in 1 hour. I mean, that's what it's coming to, right? Who cares about the distance, the workers, anything? We will be there in 10 minutes. So Target is creating their own Amazon Prime because their holiday revenues went from $150 gazillion to 170. Jumped 20 gadillion, jajillion dollars. And they decided they need Amazon Prime. And I say to their revenues going up, and this is a genuine question, leave it in the comments. Where else can you shop outside of Walmart, Target, Kohl's, and Amazon? Where can you shop in America? There are no other stores. And the other very small, like if you have kids like I do, if you try to go to like a boutique, I guess it would be called, instead of just like a small business, now they have to be boutique. They need that churched up word. They need to fancy it up so they can, account for their prices. But if you go to one of those shops, it's so unaffordable and we don't get paid enough, so we can't really shop there. But where else? Leave it in the comments if you know. Where else in America besides Walmart, Target, Kohl's, and Amazon can you shop? You can't go anywhere else. There is the freedom of America, the freedom of choice. Tell me where else you shop, please. Is there some unheard of store? TJ Maxx, I guess? Isn't TJ Maxx just a division of Amazon at this point? I mean, I guess TJ Maxx, but again, like, tell me where in America, if you're not in the Northeast, where you can shop for stuff. Please. We got to figure this out, because I'm always told America's the best, most beautiful, have the best options. But as far as I know, you can shop at TJ Maxx, Walmart, Target, Kohl's, and Amazon. Is there anything? What other store is there? And you see it, like, you can't drive through a town without seeing at least one of those. Even in Maine, we used to go up to Maine when I was in high school. And I mean, like, the BF of Maine, right? We would drive so far up. You cross the bridge from New Hampshire to Maine, you go up there, and it would be like a dirt road on a lake. We'd go to my buddy's dad's, like, trailer camper thing, and there's nothing around for miles. Go up there, shoot guns, fireworks, anything. It was like an anarchist dreamland. And even they had a Walmart. Like in the middle of the most remote forest, you can still go to Walmart. So where else? Please leave it in the comments, or leave it in the chat. Where else do you shop? If you're not in the Northeast, maybe the South has some exotic Target that we've never heard of that's locally owned. Maybe the Pacific Northwest is our only hope, like Portland, Oregon, with all their dog cafes. Maybe they have a Target for cats only, for those cat owners. I want to go to Portland so bad and just witness it. Witness all the weirdness. So Target is dropping their new Amazon Prime next month because we made them so much money. The workers and the consumers spent our every last dime giving it to them. And what do they do in return? Well, they're going to charge you $49 a year. Seems like a good price, right? Target's new Amazon Prime, which they're calling Target Circle 360. Stupid name. Let's come up with a new one. Golf cart run, Amazon. What's another? Pyramid scheme. That's not a good one. Amazon is a river, and it also, who knows what else it means. What could Target do? Oh, they could call it Bullseye. That's so stupid. Target Circle, just call it the Bullseye. Call it the old puppy Bullseye. What's that Spuds MacKenzie dog that they ripped off from Budweiser? Whatever happened to Spuds MacKenzie? You might not be old enough to remember him. They should call it Bullseye. We deliver it right on the mark. Look at that. What? I'm 9 minutes into a live stream and I've already come up with a better title for Target's Amazon Prime. But it's going to be $49 a month. And then after the first year, it's going to jump up to $99 a month. And they're praying you don't notice. That's going to be hidden in the small print. They're absolutely praying that you're not going to notice the price jump and you're just going to keep paying it, like all the hidden subscriptions. That's why on YouTube, every other ad is for Rocket League or whatever that thing is, where it finds your hidden subscriptions. Which I say, if you have hidden subscriptions, you ain't doing your balance and book correctly. You ain't doing your finances correct if you got hidden subscriptions going on. Like that dude in the ads. If you're on YouTube, you've seen the ads where the guy's like, I've been paying for Amazon for 13 years. Didn't even know I had it. And you're like, this is not a good commercial, bro. This is like, what is this? A commercial for you being dumb? How do you not notice like $100 a year coming out of your bank account? You just not look at your bank. Do you have enough money to not look at your bank account? Jesus, every time I leave the house, I got to check my bank account to make sure I'm not going negative and getting denied if I'm trying to buy bread. Meanwhile, this guy's doing an ad. He's like, hi, Rocket Fuel finds your hidden subscriptions. Who knew? I've been paying for Minecraft coins, Amazon Prime, Target Shipped, HBO, cable for 43 years. And I had no idea this was coming out of my bank account. Thank God for an app. Well, at least technology is doing something for us, right? For the morons. Fuck. All right, so Target has that. I'm going to talk about the LAPD thing. Target's got that new shipped. Walmart's doing a new Amazon Prime thing. They're all, it's just going to be, you just have to, like, brick and mortar stores are going to disappear. It's going to be like, just like a lot of places aren't taking cash anymore, which I thought was illegal. Like, I thought if you had cash to buy something, like, that's the whole point of cash. Like, you have to be able to use it. And there's places now where you go, like, I went the other day and I tried to pay in cash, and they were like, no, only a card. And I'm like, what? No, this is like American money. You don't take this? And they were like, nope, sorry. I'm sorry? You don't take American money? No, we don't. But if you have a piece of plastic, we'll take that. It's a beautiful country we have here, huh? Beautiful country. I imagine this is something like the scene my cousin John Brown saw before they hung him. He said, what a beautiful country. If you're just joining, let me show you who I'm sitting under. The old shepherd, the good shepherd, shepherding in the souls at the graveyard in Salem. This has got to be the biggest graveyard in Salem. And the most current. It's probably only like 100 years old, but most of these Salem graveyards are 400 years old. And I'll take you to one of my favorites. I got videos. Also, hit subscribe. Thanks for joining the class war. Thanks for joining the struggle. I always try to bring some kind of news, entertainment. We'll just be sarcastic when we talk about the wealthy deciding our fate, like not taking American money. Target, Walmart, Kohl's, TJ Maxx. They're all just going to have Amazon Prime services now, and mortar stores are going to disappear. If you want to go shopping, you're going to have to find some like underground outlet mall that's secret. That's going to be the new speakeasy. The new speakeasies are going to be brick and mortar shops. You're going to have to know somebody that knows somebody that runs an actual store where you can go look at objects before you purchase them. That's why I hate online shopping. Like, people do it with clothes and sneakers and stuff, and it's like, I have to see if a sneaker fits first. Border between two different sizes. And not all shoes are made the same. Just like if you noticed, if you buy a large at Walmart, a large shirt, and then you buy a large shirt at Abercrombie and Fitch, they are not the same sizes. Like, you can go and measure them. Buy a Walmart shirt because it's cheaper, bring it to Abercrombie and Fitch, and hang the large up next to the Abercrombie and Fitch large. Okay? They are not the same. This is planned. Abercrombie & Fitch's owner, I think, said, like, no fat people, no fat chicks allowed. I think that was his company mission statement. No fat chicks. That's the Abercrombie & Fitch way. So they purposely, like, designed the sizes smaller. Which is weird, because we should just have, like, a standard large that everyone should adhere to. And that's why, like, I hate shopping online. Because a large, for certain makers, are smalls in other makers. Okay, Abercrombie large is a extra petite in Walmart sizing, which is weird. But they get the job done, right? They know they know who they want wearing their clothes and who they don't. They know what they're doing. Don't think that isn't meticulously planned. Like I said, Abercrombie and Fitch's mission statement, I believe, is no fat chicks allowed. I believe that's their mission statement, which I don't agree with. I think it's horrid. That's why I advocate for here on the Class War, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. But that's why I advocate for one sizing across the country, one standard sizing. Small is a small, large is large, no matter what store you go to. And this is going to be the pandemonium of Target Circle Shipped 360. Could you not put more words in that? Did you not? Like, if you're going to totally bite Amazon Prime style, do it in that kind of simplicity. Call it bullseye, you morons. It's amazing that they're paid millions to come up with the stupidest stuff. And it's not even innovation. Like, let's be honest. Capitalism isn't breeding innovation. They blatantly said in their earnings call, we're doing it Amazon Prime. We're going to Amazon Prime. Nothing new. Just a knockoff version. Target's version of Amazon Prime. Congratulations, America. We got another Amazon Prime. Like, that's what we needed. I just hope that Target, you don't make your workers poop and pee in bottles when you launch your Amazon Prime, which has the dumbest name in the world. Just call it Bullseye. Why would you call it Target Circle Shipped 360 or Target Circle 360? Too many letters. All right, so the LAPD, they have announced that in Wilshire Boulevard or Wilshire neighborhood or something about Wilshire, there were some robberies, burglars, the Hamburglars. Which probably makes sense. It's probably a very wealthy location. But they said the burglars were now using Wi-Fi jammers to disable the Wi-Fi, disable the alarms, and disable the cams. Which I remember that from Batman. Now, I guess, that's the one thing capitalism does. It doesn't even do that. I was going to say it makes things cheaper. And I guess with like tech products, it does. Like TVs got cheaper, but food got more expensive. How does that work? Oh, I know why. Because they want you watching TV and not paying attention to how much the price of food costs. But these burglars in LA are using Wi-Fi jammers to get in, to hack the systems. They're shutting down the Wi-Fi, shutting down the webcams, shutting down the whole system and getting in. And again, this is going off the LAPD saying it, so who knows if it's a trustworthy source, but it's being reported on. All the articles I talk about, Target, the LAPD, and the other Flipper Zero I'm going to mention, are in the description, so you can read them yourself. Just so you understand where I'm coming from. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. The Class War, the struggle goes live 5 days a week, weekdays. And these police are saying these burglars are getting more advanced. They're in the 22nd century. Using Wi-Fi jammers, which isn't that what Batman Christian Bale used? Didn't he use like the Wi-Fi jammer to shut down all the signals or something, or connect all the cell phones? I think he used Wi-Fi jammers when he needed to like get into a place and not be noticed, and then he hacked all the cell phones at the end of that Dark Knight Rises. Either way, I root for the Joker and Bane. The Joker burned all that money. God bless him, right? I mean, the Joker was going after the corrupt judicial system. Bane hacked in to the Gotham Wall Street. Heroes. I'm a hero. How do you do the Bane? I can't do it. I gotta hear it to do it. It will hurt for you. Bane almost has a little bit of Buffalo Bill. You ever seen that Silence of the Lambs? Is that what it's called? Got a little bit of that. You're a big guy. It won't hurt much. Or what? I forget the line. You're a big guy. Seems like you can get pain. It will hurt for you. Best line. That was a great opening scene. Dark Knight Rises. Absolutely brilliant movie. One of my favorites. All right. So the cops are saying the criminals, again, take them for the word, are using these Wi-Fi jammers, and I thought, like, that's interesting. Are they untraceable? You know, you figured there would be some way to trace this stuff. Everything seems to be encoded, like the Apple little circle things, the Wi-Fi trackers. Those gave off well, those were meant to track people, but I figured like everything had some kind of like digital footprint, right? Just weird. And the LAPD is like armed to the teeth. Do they not invest in cybersecurity? Like they got all tanks and armored vehicles. Do they not have a virtual armored tank? Anyways, at the same time, in unrelated news, Flipper Zero, which if you don't know about this thing, this little gadget is like a hacking device. It can hack into anything. It can replicate your key card. It can open your garage door. Your key card at work. It can open your garage door. It can do some malicious things too, but it's not meant to do that. And there's some news about that saying, oh man, I forget, it's in the story. I'm very sidetracked by this Target Amazon Prime thing. It's angering because, like, what does 20 years look like from now, right? Because 20 years ago, you didn't think Amazon was going to take over. You definitely think the fledgling Target was going to become Amazon. And here we are. Target saying, like, we made so much money last holiday. We capitalized on this guy's birthday so hard that we're doing an Amazon Prime. It was just like Jeff Bezos when he thanked us for sending him to space. And I thought, yeah, I'm not going to buy from Amazon anymore. Unless he's taking the Challenger rocket up there. I'm done. I'm out. Clap the hands and cash me out. Cash me outside. But this Flipper device, I guess, is got a new screen. I don't know. There's some news. Again, I post all the links in the comments. I'm sorry. I don't have my notes in front of me and very distracted. I'm very concerned for like what America looks like. You know, are we just gonna have CVS, Walgreens, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, CVS, Walgreens, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, Stop and Shop, CVS, Walgreens? Is that what our routes are gonna look like driving through America when you can't afford to take the family on a road trip? I mean, at some point, these open spaces are gonna be gone. Once the capitalists use up all the other land for their warehousing, where they make their workers sleep so they can deliver in 1 hour, they'll come for these. Mark my words. If you're watching this in 2040, I tried to help. I'm sorry. I hope the water wars aren't too malicious, too treacherous. All right, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. Hopefully I'll come on a little bit later. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed. Oh, somebody just joined. What's up? If you can subscribe, if you have subscribed, thank you so much. Building this community is tough. I understand. I don't ask the most popular questions. I'm not going to talk about the Kardashians in a fun way. And some people don't get my sarcasm. Oh, what's up, Ample Thought? I was just wrapping up. Ample Thought, I don't know if you saw my satire video about being the 3.5 drummer for Nirvana, that I played the djembe and we couldn't agree on the sound of the band. But somebody go read the comments under that short, and somebody said, very seriously, they said, you just photoshopped your face onto Chad Channing's face. And I wrote underneath, what? You're kidding me. I should have said, you're kidding me, right? This is a joke. I should have said, this is a joke to that guy. Because number one, it's not Chad Channing, okay? I don't believe Chad Channing plays the djembe or met Nirvana at a drum circle. Those were like Google searched images. Great app, Pexels. There's a great app called Pexels where you can get like royalty-free images and stuff. You can just take whatever. You just search up generic terms. Get the app if you're a creator. It's free. I know there are sites and apps you can subscribe to and pay for access to videos and stuff, but I have to use the free ones. Pexels, P-E-X-E-L-S. And I just photoshopped my face onto that one. Djembe. No, it's not djembe. There's a D in there. If you don't pronounce it, you're just disrespecting the whole culture of djembes and drum circles. I've been to a lot of drum circles, okay, Ample Thought? I don't know if you ever been to Clearwater and Sarasota in Florida. On what's that beach? Siesta Key Beach? No, shit. It's silent. I keep you silent. It's Djembe. When I was down there with all the white hippies, with all the old white hippies in Florida that did the drum circles and lit the fires. Hi, bro. I liked you. Hey, thanks, Bram Chiari. I probably pronounced that just like I pronounced Djembe. And plus, I have or had a djembe until somebody put a cigarette out on it and then it burnt the skin open. So angry. Oh yeah, and hit the like button. Thank you so much, bro. And hit subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification bell because I go live every weekday. I just can't promise what time. My word is I go live weekdays. I can't promise a time. And I also, bro, you're in India. What is up? What time is it in India? It's 10 in the morning here. What time is it? This always fascinates me. I have so many times in my phone to like know the different time zones because I've lived in 3 different time zones. I'm really curious to know. I'm in Salem, Massachusetts. But what time is it where you are? I have to know. I'm going to guess midnight. Or, no, wait. You're before New Zealand, so yeah, it's probably going to be like midnight there. Because New Zealand, I believe it's like 6 tomorrow morning or something. But I linked all the 8:51 p.m. That's it? All right. I believe you. It seems suspect. Wait, 8:51? How are you? It's 10:20 here. How are you? I never heard of like a 31-minute ahead time. You know what? I'm not going to question it. I believe you. Thanks for telling me the time. 8:51 in India. What part of India? My dad traveled to India. I'm not going to go into my whole dad story, but I believe there was federal agencies tracking him when he did those trips. This is back in the 70s, different time. There are half time zones. Leave it an Ample Thought, know it all with this djembe. God, smarty pants. Probably went to college too. I did too, but I went to a tech college. Doesn't really count. A lot of people told me I wasted money. But did I really waste money? I've been paying off my student loans for almost 20 bucks. 20 years. Learn a book. I was reading that. Learn a book. I refuse to. Actually, I have too many books. I have like 3 books going at once right now, and I really got to stop. Because when you read that many books at once, the stories kind of blend together and the facts. Bro, really, I'm telling the truth. I believe you. I believe what time it is. And Ample Thought just told me that there are half time zones. You learn something new. That's why I say subscribe to the Class Wars, subscribe to the live stream. I go live 5 days a week, and you can learn about half time zones. Who cares that Target is creating their own Amazon Prime and named it the stupidest thing in the world, Target Circle 360? Just call it Bullseye. Delivery on a bullseye. Sharp as a bull, or whatever a bullseye saying. And they could rotate it around the Spuds MacKenzie dog that they stole from Anheuser-Busch. I'm very concerned that in 20 years, in 2044, there are going to be no more brick and mortar stores. To get to an actual store, brick and mortar shop where you walk in and look at products, it's going to be the new speakeasy. You're going to have to know someone that knows somebody that runs one. They're probably going to be underground, literally. And I link all the things. If you want to read these stories for yourself, you can. I linked them in the description. I highly encourage you to, because Target announced that with how much money they made over the last holiday season, they told their investors on an earnings call, I'm telling you, watch the money and pay attention to the earnings calls, because that's where the junk goes down. That's where our future becomes doomed, where it's a quick descent into capitalism madness. And in the earnings call, the Target people told their investors, hey, we're going to do Amazon Prime. Just like that. They just said we're going to rip it off. There's no innovation, nothing here. We're just doing a cheaper version, $49 for a year. And after that year, they hope you don't notice when they jack it up to $99 a year. So not much cheaper. I think Amazon is like $113 a year. And they'll all rise prices just like the streaming service. And then if you want to keep the same price, you're going to have to like watch a commercial before they deliver it to you. I mean, we are fucking doomed. Let's be very clear on that. So I'm concerned what the future is. Because, again, now that there's some people in here. Take that, Tarzay. Bullseye. Yeah. If you can leave in the comments, I said earlier in the live stream, what other stores in America can you shop at other than Kohl's, Target, Walmart, Amazon, and TJ Maxx? There are no other stores. So when Target's like, we made record profits, it's like, yeah, bro, where do you think people are going to Christmas shop? Where? You can't go anywhere else. Walmart at the same time said, we made record profits. They made like 100, Target went from 149 gazillion to 170 gazillion. They were like, we're killing it. And it's like, where else are we going to go? Where can we shop? Tell me where else I can go shopping. I can't. There's nowhere else to go. This is it. Every town you drive through in America, they either got a Target, Walmart, or you just order from Amazon and have it delivered to your Airbnb, which is ruining America. I mean, the shit that is going on is so wild. It's befuddling that I'm like, is everybody just okay with this? Like, I liked when my kids always ask me, like, what was it like to go to Toys R Us? I'm like, oh man, it was a different time. Different time. They had a store for toys. You didn't have to buy everything from Amazon from these third-party sellers that's like bootleg Five Nights at Freddy's and Huggy Wuggy guys. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? But they had more stores. J.C. Penney. I guess you got Nordstrom's, right? And Nordstrom's Rack. But again, I'm not going to look into it right now. I'm sure they're all owned by like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. That's probably the honest truth. Like there's 6 companies that own all of the media, or like 80 to 90% of the media in America. Same with shopping. It just sucks. And I'm very concerned because it was cool to take your kids to a toy store. It was cool to like be like, we're going to Sears in case we want to buy a lawnmower and what was the crocodile shirt? Remember the little crocodile? Like, in case we want a collared shirt and a ride-on lawnmower, we're going to Sears. Absolutely just crushed. Kmart. Oh, that's what I'm gonna be honest. I grew up going to Kmart. So my dad took us. For whatever you needed. Clothes, G.I. Joes, or Kool-Aid. That was the ticket. Kmart. And there was one right around the corner from my house. All those died. Jeff Bezos absolutely took all of them out back behind the shed. The Way of Old Yella. And that's an old show. I don't even think that Izod. Ample Thought for the win. Ample Thought says the little crocodile shirts, I don't even know if they exist anymore. Izod. I had them. Or I had one. Or I knew kids that had them. They were everywhere in the 90s. Ample Thought, here's a real question for you. Do you remember the color change shirts in the 90s? If you had one of those, you were the coolest effing kid in school. And they changed color if they got hot, I believe, or not wet, but they were color changing shirts. I looked them up the other day. Bro, you visited 4chan? Did I? I don't think I've ever been on 4chan in my life, but I read stories that are from 4chan. I usually go to Reddit for the news. I'll be very honest with you, because Reddit has such a eclectic collection of news, especially when it comes to like local independent, not independent, but like local stations, like the Wilshire LAPD story about burglars using Wi-Fi jamming devices. That was from like an LA, a local LA news outlet, and I like that. I like reading the news within that town from those media sources or radio stations. That's why I loved working in radio, because it was very Technicolor shirts. Is that what they were? They changed color, because I know there was like a lot of Technicolor neon stuff, but if Technicolor shirts, Ample Thought were the ones. That's what I should do for my next thumbnail. Those were so cool. Like, that's what I thought. Like in the 90s, we were just under this delusion of like the future involved Technicolor shirts that change color in the sun, and sunglasses that would shade your eyes in the sun. Like, this was the bright future we envisioned. Hoverboards, which we know are just bullshit. There's no hope for those. Even though I've solved hoverboards, right? We got drones. You put a high-powered drone on the bottom of a skateboard. Hoverboard. Done. Why has nobody done this? What the fuck, man? We were so misinformed. We were led to believe one thing, right? Hypercolor. It's hypercolor shirts. Hypercolor shirts. That's what it is. Hypercolor shirts, because I looked it up the other day to see if they were still in business, because JNCO jeans, if you remember those, the huge barrel-legged jeans, look them up if you don't know, if you're too young. I still have a pair from the 90s. But JNCO jeans is still running. They're still making the barrel-leg jeans. I don't know if they came back or they never disappeared. They were just quiet for a long time. They were like, we don't know if we can show our faces. But then, trends are secular, and the trend came back, and they were like, hey, we're still here, everybody. Hypercolor. So I looked them up, and they died out with a quickness. And that was like we were delusioned. We were delusional. We were made to believe the future was going to be hypercolor shirts. They changed color when you were in the rain, like it's raining today. They changed color when you were hot. The future was so promising. Weezer still had only released the Blue album. They were good. Kurt was... No, by the time Weezer put out the Blue album, Kurt was gone. Tupac was still here. I mean, things were looking up. And now we're left with Target Circle shipped 360. Amazon 2. Amazon Prime 2. That's what they should have just fucking called it. Amazon Prime 2.0. Because that's all it is. Nothing else but Amazon from Target. Which Target third-party vendors are absolutely treacherous. Their prices are insane. Message retracted. I didn't get to JNCO. Oh, don't call it JNCO. It's JNCO. Not JNKO, Ample Thought. I forget how I spelled it. I can, yeah, those pants are sick. And I love that on the back pocket, they would have different designs, like a skunk being run over. And all the designs signified what style of jeans they were. So if you look it up, and they still sell them. They still have their website, JNCO Jeans, which truly, the art in the 90s was just promising, progressive, forward pushing. It was really cultivating this sense of hope. And then Clinton came in and did the 3 strikes rule, the Telecommunications Act, and we just got fucked, man. We just really... The Gen X, the millennials, we got fucked. Like, we had AOL online, instant messenger, all these like promising things. There were like, we thought we lived in the land of the free. Every article, piece of mail, magazine you bought came with the AOL online disc. You were like, I just can't get enough free hours. The internet's gonna be amazing. And now we're fucking left with Amazon Prime, Walmart Prime, and Target Prime. That's what we've devolved into. This is a quick descent into capitalism madness, and we need a hero like the Joker. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. God damn. Today, these Cobain clouds are just appropriate. I miss Kurt, man. Listen to a lot of Kurt. Bro, my English is weak, so that is the way I understand you poorly. Please speak in easy way. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you know what? I was just talking to my son about this because there's different like regional accents in America. And especially in the Northeast, you'll get people that talk much quicker. And then down where my brother moved in Florida, people talk a little bit slower unless they're on meth. And then, in California, it's a little slower. I don't know, maybe everywhere besides Boston and New York, it's slower. So my apologies, Bram. Really don't mean to. Sometimes my brain starts running and I just speak at the pace of my brain. Ample Thought knows. And then the words come out wrong, and then, it's just a mess. It's about as messy as this graveyard. Look at this place. True New England fashion. It's a beautiful spot, though. I really love this place. We would come here when we played Pokemon Go. When the kids loved playing Pokemon Go, we would walk up here. Actually, see this hill? Oh, it's hard to see. We go sledding here. Come to the graveyard and sled. Just don't hit a gravestone. But other than that, you're good. It's an amazing hill. So yeah, I encourage everybody to read the links in the article. Ample Thought, I don't know if you know about the Flipper Zero little pocket device. It's like a Tamagotchi, if you remember those. Those were from the 90s too. Furbies came back. But it's like a hacking device, an all-in-one hacking device. And I just thought those two stories were weird reading on Reddit. That the LAPD is saying burglars are now using Wi-Fi jamming devices, and Flipper Zero is announcing like their new model or something. Better not be great for St. Patty's. Ample Thought, you know nothing about New England, brother. Just like my wife, she starts putting away all the jackets, and I go, oh. I know it says sunny and 60 on Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. I said, but then on the weekend, it says it's going to be snowing. So when I was in college on St. Patty's Day, yeah, I would look into it. And then when you look into it, know that you can't trust anything. I would love to. I should have became a meteorologist, because you could just get your job. You could not do your job every day. You could be completely wrong every day as a weatherman, and you get to keep your job. It's the only place. Like, you go into work anywhere else and they're like, you know, you did the wrong thing. You get fired after, I don't know, a week. In New England, yo, you get to keep, that is job security. You're just like, the weather's bipolar. That's what everyone keeps saying. And I'm like, not as much as the people. So yeah, I would check it, but I know next week it's looking like in the 50s and sunny, and then just a few days later, like 1 or 2 days later, they're saying 50% chance of snow. And I remember back in, bro, you listen Sidhu Moosewala, please play his song Same Beef Now. I don't listen to him, but I'll check him out. But I know, like in 2000, must have been 2003, you could look it up, it snowed pretty heavy on St. Patrick's Day. Like real heavy. Like we were sloshing to each bar. And it was just a gross nightmare, but you do it, you know? You know, if you live anywhere with snow, it's just an inconvenience. That's it. You still do everything. You gotta do everything. So yeah, check the weather, Ample Thought, if you're coming out here for St. Patty's, because it's been, like they all say, bipolar. It was sunny and almost 60 the other day. Today it's like 40 and raining. A couple days it's going to be sunny and 50, and then they said snow. Who knows? This is why I always tell my wife, she'll either pull out all the jackets in the fall, and I go, don't do that. It's going to be like 100 this Halloween, and it is. And then she'll put all the jackets away once we get close to spring, and I go, don't do that. It's going to snow in April, and it does. So you can't count on anything. So Ample Thought, my suggestion to you for coming to New England is bring a bathing suit, and you can wear a snowsuit over it. So that way you're just prepared for everything. And you might experience everything too. When you come to New England, just know that it could be, you could land and you go, this is beautiful. Look, it's sunny and 60. Oh my God, they didn't talk about this. And then later that night it's snowing and you break out the sled. That's why I still have the sleds out, because you never know when you're going to come to the graveyard and go sledding down the hill. Just look out for the gravestones. All right, I was going to wrap it up a while ago. I got a same weather pattern here, 70, then 45, then 65, then 29. Yeah, so Ample Thought, just prepare. All you can do is wear layers. That's what I force my kids to wear layers. And I go, listen, I understand. It's, you go to school and it's 20 degrees in the house. Not anymore, thank you, Ample Thought. But you go to school, it's 20 degrees, and by the time you get out, it's 55. And that's no joke. That was last week. They were going to school, it was in the 20s in the morning. And by the time they get out, that's what I was talking about. It was like 57. And it was just like pandemonium. You're like, what is going on? These poor kids. Yeah, bring a parka and a thong. There you go, Ample Thought. Now you're in the mass hole spirit. A parka, and when you take it off, you just got your thong on. Oh, I can't wait. That's a good St. Patty's Day outfit. Make sure you're wearing green though. Okay. No orange. Make sure you're wearing green. And if you haven't watched Derry Girls, Ample Thought, watch Derry Girls. It's on Netflix. The first 2 seasons are amazing. It's about it's a coming of age comedy about girls coming up during the Troubles in Ireland, about Londonderry or Free Derry, depending on what side you're on. Hey, Robin Hood. Hey, what's up, Bram? I gotta go in a second. I got stuff. Robin Hood. Well, that is an homage to one of my heroes that he stole from the rich and gave to the poor. Greatest Disney movie of all time. And I'm waiting. Disney Plus made all these promises. You watched it? Okay, Ample Thought. Derry Girls, great. That will get you ready for coming here. But the Robin Hood, the cartoon from 1972, my favorite movie. I forced my kids to watch it until they liked it, and now they appreciate it. That was a tough one. We had to grind it out. There were a few times where I was like, you're watching this. I don't care what you say. I'm your dad, and these are the times that, you know, you can hate your dad, but we're watching Robin Hood. That and The Sword and the Stone. But when Disney Plus came out, I don't know if you know, but Disney and Marvel like to announce their lineup into like 2057. So they just announce movies that aren't even made. They're like, no title, but movie, 2042. Superhero. Like, that's what they're doing at this point. And people are like, holy shit, I gotta buy tickets. I gotta invest in that. So Disney Plus did the same thing when they announced Disney Plus years back. And they said all these promises, all these different things. Some of them came true. Some of them are iffy, like the one I'm going to tell you about. They said they were going to do a live-action Robin Hood. They did a live-action Lion King. They're doing a live-action prequel, Mufasa to Lion King. They did a live-action Lady and the Tramp, which they had promised. I forget what else they did a live-action to. They're doing a live-action Moana, I believe. But they made all these promises, and Robin Hood was one of them. And I'm still holding them to the grindstone because that movie needs it. Greatest of all time. So yeah, Bram, it's a little bit of an ode to Robin Hood, and then a little bit of an ode to my dad. And I'm not going to go into that one right now. But yeah, there's a hidden meaning in that name. That is a salute and respect. Dad, rest in peace. And I don't know if I'll ever tell that story. That's a personal one. My family knows it. I don't know if I'll share. I don't know. You got to hit subscribe and the notification bell, and maybe I'll tell it. It's not crazy. It's just it's some stuff I play close to the chest. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for joining the class war. Thank you for joining the struggle. Workers of the world unite. Solidarity. That's the only way we come through this, folks. A human collective to eradicate the Walmart, Kohl's, Target that's plaguing our society. And we get some local boutique mom and pop shops. So if you hit subscribe and the notification bell when I go live 5 days a week. By the way, Ample Thought, when are you coming back on, man? Why don't you come back on? Let's chit-chat it up. I know you're going to be here in a couple weeks, but before then, let me know when you're free. No rush, seriously. I'm grinding it out either way. Plus, Fortnite update is coming on Saturday. Ample Thought, if you start playing Fortnite, I'm trying to get good enough to compete in the championship series because you can earn money. And once I figured out I could play once a week in Fortnite and earn enough money, earn as much money as I make in a week at Starbucks, I said, yeah, I'm going to start investing more time into Fortnite. And I'm so happy because my wife is supporting it too. My wife was like, you can make how much? Yeah, start playing Fortnite. And I was like, that's what I'm doing. Free on Sunday. All right, man. Well, I don't know if I do it on the, today. Ample Thought. Okay. Text me later. I got a meeting at the bank in a little bit. They charged me for my mayor account. And now the state's coming after me and I got to go figure it out with the bank. But so yeah, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Peace. Talk to you guys later. Thank you so much.